Well, hello ladies and gentlemen of YouTube, JW here, and unfortunately it's not a normal episode of Planet Zoo. Today is Wednesday the 24th of August. Ever since Monday I've been having issues with Planet Zoo crashing when I load into the Dunswell Zoo map. I have tried removing the mods one by one, the map still crashes, and I have tried a autosave and a manual save and it still crashes. So I'm going to show you now the problem what I'm faced with. You see here we've got the autosave from yesterday at 22:11 at night. I've got the manual save at 10 past 11, nearly 10 past 11, 8 minutes past 11 yesterday as well. That was the last time I was able to do anything in the zoo. And we're just going to load in and I'll show you what I'm faced with. I don't know what to do. One by one over the past couple of days, and on occasion have I been able to actually move about in the zoo and save the game just before it crashed. So I don't know what we do from here really. If I can get it to work by some miracle, fantastic. If I can't get back into the map is the problem I'm faced with. It's not a mod issue, it's a map issue. I don't know. We might have to call it a day, I think, unfortunately. Not something I wanted to do at all, because I love Dunswell Zoo, it's my baby, it's my pet project, but there's nothing I can do if I can't get back into the save file. So as it's loading, you'll see it sort of stutters and pauses every so often, both the visuals and the audio, and then when that dialogue box, the game crashes. And that's what's been happening time and time again. So currently I'm loading in with just the mods that I've used so far, so the South American animals, the Australian animals, and any plant and prop mods. They're the only ones I've got. And I bet it's still gonna crash. I really don't want it to, but I reckon it will. It's been doing this for 3 days now. And yesterday evening was the last time I was able to get in to actually save it just before it crashed. Literally, I'd saved it at 8 minutes past 11, and by 9 minutes past 11 the game had frozen, it crashed. And I reinstalled it this morning, uninstalled it last night, reinstalled it this morning, and again, same issues. Doesn't matter whether I load from the autosave or the save file, it just crashes before I can even do anything, which is incredibly unfortunate. It's not what I wanted at all. There. Oh, we've got a very sluggish gorilla. And then the dialogue box is going to appear here about aging is set to so many times slower. And before I even have a chance to click OK, the game will crash. Here we go. I have reported the issue to Frontier many times, but because I'm using a modded save file, there isn't a lot they can do. So we'll go for the latest save. So it's just the props. No. I really hope there's a solution, because I am nowhere near ready to say goodbye to this series. Dunswell Zoo was going to last for years, and last time I was able to salvage it by uninstalling the game and reinstalling it, and that worked for a good long while, but now that doesn't even work. So I'm a bit tired, because I've been trying up to midnight last night, and then from 9 o'clock this morning. So I just hope there's a solution at some point. If it were to be a mod issue, it'd probably be the Outback pack, because that is the most recent mod that I have installed, but issues with it as well, and they haven't. Please don't crash. I just want to get into my zoo. But depending when I post this, you may still have 1 or 2 episodes to watch. There's the Capybara Springs deep dive and the Andean bear habitats. The next one was meant to be the wetlands, the Pantanal aviary walkthrough, but I can't get in to record the video. Option other than to do not how I wanted it to go. Nothing's going right at the moment. My pond's got a leak, my cat's not very well and he's on medication for a while. I've just got settled on one medication and I've got to start another medication soon. Just everything that could go wrong is going wrong. And welcome back for the 3rd time. Yeah, it crashed again. So I'm going to try one more time and we'll see how that goes. If not, at the minute, I'm quite happy with Dunswell Zoo. And then Yorkshire Wildlife Park rebuild mod gets updated, but yeah, here we are. I hope you're all well, anyway. Ay, ay, ay. Please don't crash, please don't crash, please don't crash. Please don't crash. Didn't even get the dialogue box last time before it crashed. Please don't crash. Please. Oh God. Come on. You can pull through. You can do it. Please. Just want to play in my zoo. Oh, movement. Please don't crash. No. For the 4th time, welcome back. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, it crashed again. I think I'm going to have to call it a day now. I can't see myself getting into the map anytime soon. Maybe when we get the next update and DLC, I might be able to get back in. But I think for now, we should consider Dunswell Zoo dead, regrettably. I just can't get into the map. I can't do anything. So it just crashes when it loads up. Sad. I can't do anything with that. I don't know what to do. So I do apologise about that. So yeah, it's just I don't know. That's where we're at, and I am really sorry. I am really disappointed and really frustrated. But we can't get into Dunswell Zoo at the moment. So after the Andy and Bear episode, which is next week, I think, when I'm recording this, it's due to come out next week. There won't be any more episodes after that, either until I can get back into the map or full stop. I don't know yet. But that's where we are, unfortunately. So as this globe spins in front of us. Thank you for joining the journey of Dunswell Zoo so far. Hopefully it isn't the end, but I'm out of tricks. I don't know what to do. So I think for now I'm going to throw the towel in and wait until we get that next update on DLC. And we'll go from there. What a shame. Thank you very much for watching, and I will hopefully see you all soon. Until then, stay safe and stay kind. Bye bye for now. Well, hello everyone. Past, future, JW here. It'll make sense in a minute. So earlier on in this video, you saw me attempt to load into Dunswell Zoo with no success whatsoever. I did everything I could on my end where software is concerned, and then looking at the hardware requirements, I realised that I was actually running the minimum on the RAM and the processor. Now, the processor is very expensive to upgrade. I'm on an i5, I would need to go up to an i7, and the ones that I've been looking at are about £370. So I decided to try the RAM first, because even that was nearly £100, but that's slightly more affordable. And the RAM has somewhat worked. So my computer's now on its maximum RAM. The motherboard cannot take any more RAM. So Planet Zoo is now running on 32 gigabytes of RAM. It is the caveat. I can only get into the zoo if the game is paused. I'll get maybe like a couple of seconds if I press play, and then the game will crash. And if I just bring up the UI, you will see I've closed the zoo to get as many guests out as possible. I have reduced the number of guests to 1,500. It was 2,500, excuse me. Even though down here it says like 5,530. I've adjusted this as much as possible. VSync is turned off for some reason. I had it turned on earlier on. These are all high, of course. What else? I've reduced the number of animals in the zoo as well. So if I just head over to animals here and we reset all filters, spoiler alert for some of the animals you may or may not be seeing. We've got the Andean flamingo. We've got 8 of them we should have. Yes, there's 8 Andean flamingo. 4 axolotl. 4 agoutis. Bennett's wallabies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Bennett's wallabies. Bush dogs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bush dogs. Capybara. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 capybara. Chicoan peccaries. There's actually only 1 now, which is the male Eduardo. I have just traded the other ones to other collections. Chilean flamingos, there should be 8 of them. There are 4 death adders. There are 4 wombats. There are 3 emus. There are 3 anteaters. There are 4 giant burrowing cockroaches. There are 3 greater bilbies. There are 3... No, there are 2, I think. I just kept these 2. Greater Rhea, or Rhea. I've sent the other 2, Evita and Amadeus, onto another collection. There are 8 guanaco, of course. 8 James's flamingos. That's a lot of koalas. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 koalas. But 1, 2, 3, 4 of them are babies. So we've got custom seizure, breeding program, pet, private zoo, custom seizure, rescue. So we could maybe reduce the koalas a little bit, because that is quite a lot. We've got 4 maned wolves, of which 2 are juveniles. We've got 3 mountain tapirs, of which Agapito is about to mature. So he'll be going off to another collection. That's a lot of kiwi. Maybe that's what's crashing then. That there's too many kiwi. Why are they in the trade centre? I only had 4. Let's 3575. Yes, that's fine. And then the rest we can get rid of. That's alright. Longevity's not great on that one. And we will just trade the rest out. Oh, hang on. Why have we lost Honestly, this has absolutely done my head in. Yep. So you need to go to a quarantine. You need to go to a quarantine. You need to go to a quarantine. Right. See, everything's fine. 32 gigabytes of RAM. Nice and smooth. But the minute I press play, it is just going to absolutely cacker itself, quite frankly. I also removed the path replacement mod by Leaf because so this was the aquatic path, but it was replaced, so it was a nice like smooth concrete. But he's updated it to get rid of the 2 Australian paths, the Mosaic and the Earth path. But I actually like the Mosaic and the Earth path, so I wanted to keep those. It meant losing the path inside here. So I've just replaced it with this, I can't remember, is it crazed stone it's called? Something like that? Crazed stone, yeah. And we'll maybe put like plaster or concrete over the top of it just to make it look a bit nicer. Started working on the Kiwi hab. But again, I can only use the game when it's paused. The second I press play, I'll get like a second, maybe 2 seconds, and then it'll just freeze up and crash. It's evidently not a RAM issue because I have more than enough RAM. It might be a processing issue, but I cannot afford to upgrade my processor at the moment. £370 isn't a lot of money. So if it is the processor, I don't know what I'm going to do. But I am going to press play in just a moment, and hopefully you will see what I'm dealing with. But this is the situation, essentially, is that I can finally get into the map, but I can only build when it's paused, which isn't ideal, especially when moving animals into habitats, because that needs to be a play action. I've already checked all those. And our yellow-footed kangaroo, wallaby, sorry, yellow-footed rock wallaby will be maturing soon. So what I'm just going to do is get as far away from anything as possible. Let's go down here. I'm going to save the zoo. And once more, just for good measure, because this might be the last time I can get back in. And then I'm going to go over to a relatively quiet part of the zoo, and I'm going to press play, and you will see that it's just going to freeze up and crash. I mean, hopefully it's not going to do it. I want to be wrong, but I don't think I am going to be. So I don't know what to do if that's the case, because I can't afford the processing upgrade at the moment. I'm on an i5, which is the minimum requirement for Planet Zoo. I would need to upgrade to an i7 for the recommended for Planet Zoo, and that nearly £400 is just too much. So I don't know what the future of Dunswell Zoo is going to be at the moment, but I'm going to keep everything crossed, and I'm going to hit play, and hopefully it's not going to crash. 3, 2, 1. So as you could probably guess, we did get a few seconds, and then it crashed. I don't know what to do. The only other thing that I've found that works is to remove all the modded animals from the game and then re-add them one by one. But it's very, very time consuming, and I'm not doing that every single time I want to play the game. So maybe it's a processing issue. I have no idea. I can't find any reports of other people experiencing this issue, and because I am using mods, Frontier aren't going to help me, which is understandable. They don't endorse mods. It's not their fault at all. But I'm stuck, essentially. I can only play the game when it's paused, which is no good for me, because I need to move animals into my habitats, and we want to see people enjoying the animals and seeing the animals enjoy the habitats. I don't want to do this series with the game paused all of the time, and I shouldn't have to do that either. So I don't know what we do from here. Yeah. I mean, I can finish the Kiwi hab in pause mode, but we can't add Kiwis to the habitat. So I might wait and see what the next update brings, and in the meantime keep my eyes open for a cheaper i7 processor. But if it's going to be a case of the update doesn't do anything and the i7 processor, if and when I can afford it, doesn't do anything and it's still going to crash, then unfortunately that will obviously mean the end of Dunswell Zoo, because I'm not going to build habitats that I can't put animals in. That's pointless to me. But we will see. The Andy and Bear episode has just gone out. It was meant to be the Kiwis next and some touching up of the Australia zone, but obviously that's potentially going to have to be shelved for the time being. That's where we are. So I've tried uninstalling the game and reinstalling the game. I've tried with mods and without mods, and the map loads and I can play it without animal mods. But I don't want to play vanilla. I want to play with mods. I've got brand new, it literally arrived this morning, or early this afternoon actually, 32 gigabytes of RAM installed. I can now get into the map, thankfully, but I can't add any more RAM. I am at maximum capacity for RAM. My computer will only take 32 gigabytes, and I am at 32 gigabytes. Yes, I could upgrade the processor, but again, cheapest one I found, brand new, is £370, which is an awful lot of money for me right now. Realistically speaking, it's money I don't have either. So yeah, I think my best bet is to wait for the next Planet Zoo update, which, what is it today? It's the 27th today. So we should be hearing something in the next couple of weeks about the update and the DLC, and then the DLC will probably release the end of next month. Unless we're going to have to wait longer for another one. It depends what their plans are. So I think that's going to be the best bet. I'm going to finish the Kiwi hab in pause mode. Not move the Kiwis in because I can't, unfortunately. And that would probably be the end of Dunswell Zoo, either for now, or if after the update it's still crashing when I press play and I'm nowhere near affording a i7 processor. That would probably be the end of Dunswell Zoo, full stop. And then I don't know what I'm going to do with the channel at that point, because Dunswell Zoo was all I really wanted to do. Yes, I'd planned to recreate Yorkshire Wildlife Park in Planet Zoo, and that may well happen at some point. Yeah, I definitely want it to happen. But right now, Dunswell Zoo is all I want on the channel, and I can't do that because it keeps... it keeps crashing. Very nearly swore there. So no, that's where we're at. I can only apologise. I'm just as frustrated as you are, if not more so. So yeah, thank you for watching, and hopefully see you all soon. I will keep you all updated. Bye bye for now.